Ah, sure.
I find it very difficult to just sit and be like together somehow. It's like as if I'm putting fences in between and have all.
Take a moment here and just check and see if it's you that's doing that, or if it's just happening by itself. Just see if it's possible to discern. If it was up to you, would that be happening?
No.
Okay, so clearly there's something going on, like a program running that just does its thing. And as that program runs, it produces a sense of discomfort and a sense of you. But it's not you that's doing it. It's just a program running. So, you know, I mean, in the East, they would call that a vasana, or an old, undigested information that's just playing. And it's when we sit quietly, those vasanas tend to show up, which is good, because normally they just run and we're used to them and we don't even notice them.
Yes,
And
that's
like it's, yeah. And it's not about getting rid of them or anything like that. It's just this gentle noticing, seeing it's not you, and staying with, okay, there is awareness of those movements, of that, and any thoughts that come. We just here resting, you could say, and being aware. It's not you that's doing it. You're not the doer. Breathing is happening, bodying is happening, life is happening. Patterns are playing.
Uh, of course, I feel tension in the body and heart beatings and everything, and it's for me somehow it's difficult to just ask for this to exchange or attention.
Mhm. Yes,
And
understand.
um, and and the longing for peace and to be free and to is has been always there, and always this also this fence or this um, resistance of not to surrender or something like I feel close.
Sure, so get it. I think everybody can relate. It's just, as we get quieter, it comes into view. That's all. And a lot of times when we see it, we go, oh, that means there's something wrong, or I'm not doing it right, or whatever. I say that's not true. It's just that because of this love affair, it's revealing itself. But if there is awareness, it's already here. Patterns that are playing in the background, great that they reveal themselves. Attention wants to go to them, but you just notice and keep coming back. And that's the love affair. I mean, it's so subtle too, just sitting here, there's that habit to go, okay, now Gerrit is sitting with Isaac, and to give it name and form, and just somehow turn it into I gotta say, just an objectification, a habit, you could say, to name and have a thought about everything. Now it's quiet, now it's not quiet, there's a fence in between. Just and just to keep, okay, that's just that old activities going on.
Yeah, I still think it's what I think is I still think it's magic just to be able to sit here and talk with you. I think it's sheer fantastic. I mean, it's unbelievable, and also the everything that comes with it. Yeah, and also the yeah.
It's beautiful when it gets quieter and love starts to flow, and it just gets more peaceful for a few moments, and the next layer comes. I mean, that's the dance.
Yes, it's thank you, thank you,
Thanks.
thank you.
Let me.
Hi, Isaac. Good morning. So I'm very much struggling with making choices. So I know the subject was before, but I don't know the answer anymore. It's so difficult. There are so much possibilities, and I don't really know what to choose. And if I have chosen, then I think it's wrong. So terrible, terrible. I know it's the mind, but I can't do anything on this moment.
Yeah. You know, it's like my feeling is all of us have been conditioned that somehow when it comes to choices, we have to make the best choice. And that really troubles us because how can we know what the best choice is?
Yeah.
Because, you know, whatever you choose, after 5 minutes, you can say, oh, that was a great choice. But then something happens 10 minutes, you go, oh, that was the worst thing I ever chose. And then, but you'll never know till your last breath whether it was good or not good. And even then, who cares? It's just like, but it troubles us somehow that, you know, there's this conditioned habit to somehow want to make the right choice or the best choice, or just to see it played in almost everybody. It's not personal. It's nothing to do with you.
And that you're thinking, I think it has to do with me, but it's not, I know, but then you feel guilty and out of quietness. So it's terrible, terrible.
Yeah. So, you know, in a sense, the same simpleness applies. Just there is awareness of all of that activity. It's not personal. That awareness is already here. Keep coming back, bringing attention back to that which is quiet, that which is aware of these movements, not trying to fight with them, not trying to, because we can see that doesn't mean anything. It's not up to you. You're not doing it even. It's just unconscious condition. But you can say it's so easy that it grabs our attention, and then attention gets stuck with that, with the movement and with the feeling that the movement produces.
It costs very much energy, I know. Yeah. And if I'm quiet, if I know who I am, then it doesn't play at all.
Yeah, that's why in some ways you can see when it plays, it's unbearable. It's so painful.
It's unbearable, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That gives the motivation. That gives the motivation to keep inquiring. You know, to really keep inquiring. Who's aware? Who's aware?
Yes, and there's always grace, I know. Also in this moment, but then I'm not aware of it. That's hurting, yes.
Oh, it's not him.
Hey, Isaac.
Hi, Satyam.
Hey, man. You know, it starts to make just a little bit sense. I'm getting into what you have been saying. I'm starting to get just a little bit a glimpse of it that we never really perceive what's really there. And normally, almost all the time in my case, it's infiltrated through the past. It's and that is activating the system. So it's almost like I'm not able to perceive things. It's always through some conditioning, and it's almost always the past.
And you know, we're used to it. And so we don't really notice how painful it actually is. But it's terribly painful.
And something about the choice. I think what you said to this woman before, it's so true, because I'm going through the same loop again myself. Going back to Denmark, staying here. So 5 minutes, it looks, yeah, I should stay here. And the next 5 minutes, oh, that should be the best. Really, it's really madness. It's really insanity completely. And the mind produces, or whatever, something produces those logics when you say, okay, this is the best choice, and the next moment it's the worst, and it produces all sorts of logics, and it looks, yeah, this is it, and the next moment it's really, this is, man, this is, wow.
It's so easy that, you know, then attention really gets busy with it. Like I have to make the right choice. And just, you know, it's like okay, there's that madness playing. It has nothing to do with me. If it was up to me, it would not be there. There is awareness. Remain as that.
Yeah. Nothing to say. Thank you, Isaac, for this beautiful present.
Thank you. feet.
Good evening. Hi, everyone. Listening to what is said today brings up a sense of me in a way of question. So if this is really taken serious, what's the consequence in terms of how this feed life is conducted or laid out or lived, as we say? And of course, noticing is the core of everything. There is nothing else which is real. And so this is beyond form and contents.
Mm.
And in a way, it doesn't matter which form the system is in or which form appears on the screen and so on. Like you put out.
I mean, the only thing that changes feet, it's like,
Yeah.
there's been this idea that there's a doer.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's all. And then just seeing that actually, that was just an idea. Life
Yeah.
continues like it
Okay.
does its dance.
Okay.
Breathing keeps breathing.
Yeah.
The cells keep replenishing themselves.
Okay.
Everything happens. It's
Okay.
but for the mind, it's like, oh shit, who's going to run the show if it's not me? And then you see,
Yeah.
there was never a me to run the show anyway.
And how to run the show perfectly, so not to
Yeah.
trap into all the ditches and nonsense and shit and so on. But yeah, I get what you're reminding of. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Most of our lives has been this running after what we think we want and what we think will make us happy.
Yeah. Yeah. Seems so attractive,
Yeah.
so colorful. Yeah. It's so great. Yeah. Yeah. So much gratitude. Thank you so much.
Sundar. Did I say your name right? On the bottom left of your Sundari, on the bottom left of your screen is a little red button, and that unmutes you.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, cool.
Got about that. I just wanted to share because I realized something that it's been somebody or something that has not enjoyed all the feelings that have been in the body.
Mhm.
There's been somebody opposing to all the sensations that were there since I was a very little child, or I don't know, whatever. But it's just it has caused me a lot of pain. Not to
Oh,
feel,
absolutely.
because
Absolutely. So,
I'm really truly very sensitive, and I don't know. At some point, I think I could feel so many things that I just shut it down. And I'm just beginning to realize that it's not a way to live. I mean, then I'm not open. I mean, it's just so different. I feel that I can open now and almost try to open to everything. I'm
so
really working on that.
the fact. So let's look at that for a moment. Yeah. Right now, there's awareness here.
Mm.
Yeah, and that awareness isn't. You can't say it's ever closed. It just is. And in that awareness, this moment appears, including the closedness, including
Mm.
old information, old patterns, everything. That awareness is here, and everything is appearing in it. It's already like it is. So you literally don't have to open up or do anything.
No.
No, nothing. You don't have to do anything. You are that awareness.
Okay.
And that closeness or whatever that was, just check and see. Was it you that did it, or was it an automatic that just did it?
Mm.
Because if it was up to you, why would you would never do that?
No.
No. So somewhere that happened, who knows from where or why, but somehow it happened. And now it's revealing itself, it's showing itself.
Yeah.
That's all. And that's enough. Just to see that and to remain you could say that recognition that awareness is ever present takes care of everything.
Okay.
Yeah. So, it's just like there is awareness, and that awareness is here. And usually our attention gets busy with the content of awareness. So with an interpretation, I'm closed, I should be more open or something like that. And then there's a sense that makes it seem like that awareness isn't here. It makes it seem like we have to do something to be awareness. And all doing just strengthens that sense of me, which is non-existent anyway. It's just yeah.
So just to let be, if it's contracted or if it's open, that's okay.
Whatever. Yeah.
Everything is okay.
Everything is okay. There's awareness.
Yeah.
Openness and closeness will come and go.
Yeah.
They're not
It
permanent
just
states.
seems like there's more openness now. I don't know.
Yeah, by itself.
How it's
Yeah.
It's like I don't know, the body is not there, or
Yeah. Yeah.
the energy is penetrating the body. It's just some spots I can feel where there's little tension or what. Yeah.
You don't have to be concerned with it.
No,
No.
but being aware.
It will take care of itself. It'll, yeah, being aware, that's simple.
Seems like that's, I don't know, I don't really want to do anything like they say here. It's being in a place where you just are, and you know, yeah.
That awareness that's here. It's boundless. It doesn't have, we can't say what it is even, other than the whole universe is appearing in it. It's everywhere, it's nowhere. We can't say what it is. Yeah? But without it, there would be no experience whatsoever. No, after a lifetime of doing and trying, and just to rest.
But it seems like there's someone who wants to help other people in all of this. I don't know.
Yeah, seems like that. And then you inquire deeper and you see. Like that sense that someone is there in a waking state. That when we go to deep sleep, it's gone. So it can't be real. It's not permanent. Yeah?
Yeah, it comes and goes.
It comes and goes. Without touching any thought, what's here? When there's then we can't describe what's here because the description is a thought. Then it just is. Yeah? Mhm. Awesome.
Hi, Isaac.
Hi, Zoe.
Yeah, although it's recognized that this is a description, so it's thought, there's also a sense that there's enormous power here. And that power is kind of powering through. It's a movement. Powering through is how it wants to describe, speak, say. And it's almost too big to say. It's almost too big to describe or express, but it's almost impossible to sit here and not express it at this moment.
Mm-hmm.
And there's something that knows that the mind, small mind, is almost constantly occupied with this power, because it's so used to thinking it has power itself. So it thinks, well, this power is obviously going to manifest in something, and it's going to do it. It wants to do something to express this power, or at the same time, there's this complete other awareness that knows this power is like wind filling my sails, and it's just blowing me along.
Mm-hmm.
Only this power. And it's such a sense of fullness and completeness, and that it is awareness. This power is that which gives rise to everything that is manifest, that we can ever see or know or feel or experience. And this comes with a kind of enormous beating of the heart, and the only way that I felt to be able to bring it, it sort of feels as though something has to, the outer world, the outer life, the outer being has to, as much as possible, bring itself into alignment with this power. And the only things I've found, as I've spoken of before, is dancing and drumming. And in both dancing and drumming, there's a sense of this power coming through, powering through, and enjoyment of it. And there's nothing in dancing and drumming that the small self can hang on to say, this is me, I've done it. I mean, at this stage of my life, I'm not going to become a professional dancer or drummer. That's obvious. And that, so there's a kind of an enjoyment of just the energy, the power coming through, and that's how it's finding expression, as well as in these words. And it's kind of a relief to get it out. And the whole Sangha is receiving it and transmitting it all the time. Actually, it's all of us together. We're not doing it, but we're all getting blown along by that same power. And there used to be a kind of funny system of thinking around activities, that some activities were my activities and some were just things I had to get done, like shopping or cooking and cleaning, in order to get back to my activities. And those activities were seen as a sort of interruption to the real activities. And that's such a story, which is obviously for all of us in some way or another working through our lives, and a habit of thinking. And since a lot of those activities that I thought of as my activities dropped away or became less dominant, there's a realization that all activities are just filled with this power and this joy, and that it's such a joy to just go shopping now and experience just being in the whatever it is that's happening, even if it doesn't appear to be very interesting to the mind at all. It's just joy to do it. It's so wonderful. Mm. And in the expression of it, the joy comes out more. I feel it more coming out through this.
Thanks, Sean. Oh, onion. Hi.
Hi, Isaac. Just to add to these inspiring words of Zoe, it's also interesting to see that even to say that we are all blown along with the same power or something, or the Sangha, it's like there is only one in a way. It's like it's not even there isn't even a receiving or expressing or inside or outside. And that's so, it's amazing to have this feeling that it's kind of all falling into something which seems like a me, but it is not. It's like yeah, there's just no yeah, there's no beginning or end or inside or outside. It's just, I don't know. It's amazing. And somehow also this being blown, I love these words, you know, really. I also have a favor for words. Sometimes they express this blown by the wind. It reminds me of the song of Dust in the Wind. All we are is dust in the wind. And it also makes everything so, in a way, unimportant, something like that. It's like an indifference, but that indifference is making a huge difference, actually. Sort of. So I just kind of, when I heard these words, so I was speaking, it's kind of really blows away everything. It's not like, it feels not like I'm being blown along, but it feels like everything's being blown away. And the dust is just somehow like today there's a lot of sun and I see all these dust cones flowing through the air, and it's like, oh, I didn't see them before because it was not sunny. But it feels like there's nothing else than these little dust cones in a way, and it doesn't make a difference. And also just now there was like a really loud airplane flying at the same time here. And there was this kind of seeing that the system goes a little bit into this kind of, ooh, what a noise, you know, like a freak in the system. But then it's like, it's almost like another dust cone. It's not even a system. That's, sure. I just wanted to share this because I'm sitting here in this, it's like I'm sort of sitting here with my surroundings in this amazement, and that it's absolutely makes no difference. Even if I wouldn't perceive all this, it wouldn't make a difference. And that makes again that joy of actually that there is something to perceive. Doesn't matter what flavor it has. Even the most unpleasant flavor is still amazing because there is actually something happening. Apparently, it's like, yeah, it's not possible to grasp this with any description or mind, but in a way, I can feel that excitement in it. So I was speaking of this excitement. It kind of drives into wanting to put it into some words. But that's the beauty in it. I find that so beautiful somehow. That's an extra gift to already be here and that something is happening at all. And then on top, to feel this beautiful excitement and express something while it doesn't even say anything. Yeah, I just had to share this now for a moment, how beautiful it is in the end to be gift. I mean, it's just a huge gift that keeps on giving impersonally, absolutely not personally. Yeah. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Did you say my name?
Yes,
Ah, okay. I didn't hear it. Thank you. Feels that I'm really fragmented, a lot of splitting off in my system or in my body or whatever. Mm. And there's, you see, my way of looking at it is not so kind. Well, struggle and yeah,
that way of looking at it, who's doing it?
that way of
Looking at it,
um
who's doing it?
I don't know.
What you do know is that there's awareness of a certain way of looking.
Yeah, that's for sure. And also, I heard a few people speaking about making choices and decisions, and it's all resonating here because I have no idea what to do in some situations. And I think I do the right thing, then it becomes more worse, or how do you say, the bad. And now I don't know anymore what to do or not to do. Ah, that's activating or not activating that place what I'm talking about in the body. I see my system is working hard to just allow it how it is and still working. It feels like an activity, you know, working hard to just let it be. And then beneath there's still a kind of agenda that it will change or, yeah.
Who's aware of that?
Sorry?
Who's aware of that?
Yeah, the political correct answer is awareness. I don't feel a distance between like something is observing something or so. And that's also seen right now.
Interesting.
Yeah, thanks. I think.
Very nice.
How are you? It's been a while, so I'm just feeling like asking how you are, how you're doing. I'm so busy in not letting me find ways to earn money and share my love with the world. And it's so good to be kind to this. It really feels like I cannot even, allow myself to take 2 hours out and just settle down. And the funny thing is, when I start whatever I offer at the moment, I start with this. Thank you for all the positive space for that.
Thank you, Andrea, for hosting. Thank you all for being here. Love, peace, beauty.